Love Canal is a neighborhood in Niagara Falls, New York, that became the center of one of the most infamous environmental disasters in American history. Originally, this site was intended to be part of a canal system linking the Niagara River with Lake Ontario. However, in the early 1900s, the project was abandoned, and the partially dug Canal Lake empty for decades. In the 1950s until 1979, Hooker Chemicals and Plastic Corporation used the canal as a dumping site, burying 21,000 tons of hazardous chemicals like dioxin, PCBs, and pesticides. These substances were highly toxic, even in small amounts. Love Canal would eventually become a tragic example of the consequences of improper waste disposal on community and the environment. This is the type of contamination at Love Canal. The first one is toxicity. Toxic chemicals were at the heart of this crisis. The canal was filled with substances polychrominate, biphenyls, PCBs, and dioxins, which are dangerous even in small amounts. Long-term exposure to this chemical can lead to chronic illness, immune system damage, and cancers. Because they leach into the soil and groundwater, residents absorb this toxin daily through drinking water, air, and direct contact, which explain the several health issues reported in the community. These toxins disrupt bodily function at the cellular level, causing lasting harm to those exposed. Next is the corrosive wastes. Some chemicals in the canal were also hard corrosive, meaning they could weigh down the materials contained in them, such as metal barrels. Over time, this container broke down, allowing the chemical to spread further in the soil and water. This corrosiveness expanded the contamination's reach and made the site even more difficult to contain. The corrosive chemical gradually destroyed structures and spread through underground pipes, deepening the community exposure. Next is the reactive wastes. Reactive wastes, known for their instability, added another risk factor. This chemical can create toxic fumes, cause explosion, or react violently with water. This instability poses serious safety concerns for residents and cleanup workers alike. As reaction could occur unexpectedly, the presence of reactive wastes intensified the site danger and contributed to Love Canal hazardous reputation. Next is the persistent organic pollutants. Many of the chemicals dumped here, like PCBs and dioxin, are classified as persistent organic pollutants, meaning they don't break down easily in the environment. These substances can remain in the soil and water for decades, posing ongoing risks to both people and wildlife. They are persistent, meaning that even years after the dumping ended, the contaminant was still present and affecting the community. Next is the bioaccumulation. Many of these toxic chemicals also bioaccumulate, meaning they build up in the bodies of living organisms over time. When animals and humans are exposed to even small amounts repeatedly, these chemicals accumulate, often reaching toxic levels. This bioaccumulation was especially dangerous for families who lived in Love Canal for years, as their bodies stored this toxin, increasing health risk. The legacy of Love Canal and environmental awareness. As we know, the Love Canal disaster is very famous, that marked a turning point in environmental history and laid the foundation for the environmental justice movement. The crisis made it clear that low-income communities and communities of color often bear the brunt of environmental hazards, either from chemical waste site, hazardous landfill, or other polluting industries. Lefkana highlighted the need for strong environmental protection and brought attention to the idea of environmental justice. The idea that everyone has the right to live in a safe, clean environment regardless of their economic or social status. The conclusion is the Love Canal tragedy served as a powerful reminder of the dangers associated with improper hazardous waste disposal. It shows us that ignoring environmental risks can have lasting consequences for communities, especially those already vulnerable due to economic or social factors. The legacy of Love Canal emphasizes the need for strict environmental regulation, community awareness, and a commitment to environmental justice, so that no other community has to experience this kind of devastation. Love Canal painful legacy is a call to action for all of us to advocate for a safer, healthier future.